Hi guys, welcome back. It's Abby and welcome back to Abby's Digital Nook. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the mangas that I have. I'm going to be giving you guys a list of mangas that I have on my Kindle, Kobo, and also some webtoons that I have on my Kobo as well. I primarily like to read romance books, and the same goes for manga and any other type of avenue of reading. This video is going to be short and sweet. It's literally just going to be mangas that I currently have on my devices and what I'm either reading or planning to read. So I'm not going to be going much into about the mangas. I'll give you guys the names, do a quick flip through so that you guys can see like what it looks like on each device, and then you guys can look them up if it looks like something that's interesting to you. First, we're going to start with my Kindle, How I Met My Soulmate. So story behind me picking this book up. I was browsing in Barnes & Noble one day. I was actually drawn to the cover because it was pink. I just love pink. As you can tell, I've got like a whole kind of pink vibe going on my shelf behind me. I saw the pink cover and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what this manga is about, but I want to read it and I need it. I need to get this manga. I ended up buying it from the Kindle store and I'm now hooked. I'm on book 4 and they're currently still printing the US version or the English version. It is a great sweet manga that I believe you should all download right away. My next favorite series is called Cheeky Brat. I've been reading this for over a year, almost 2 years. I have every single book in the series. I originally started off with the physical books. I got up to book number 5 in the physical books, and then I realized that I'm spending way too much money on physical books, and so I was like, let me move to my iPad. And back then I didn't have a Kindle, just using the Kindle app, so that's when I just started buying the ebook versions. Again, I'm not going to go into like deep detail of each book or what it's about. This story follows high schoolers, and the male lead is on the basketball team, the female lead is the year older, and she ends up being the manager of the basketball team. It's just like cute, fluffy tension moments, but it's not spicy at all. The next book that I have on my Kindle, but I also have it on my Kobo as well. I purchased this book from the Kindle store because it was considered one of the most popular romance mangas, period. Apparently it's like in the top 10 list. It's based around a girl in college, which I love college books. It's supposed to be about 2 people who are learning to communicate through sign language, and it's just supposed to be very cutesy, so that is something that I have on my Kindle. Another series that I could not put down was McCoy. So I got book 1 and 2 from the Kindle store, and then the rest I rented from Libby and read that way. So I do kind of regret reading it there, but obviously Libby's free, so you can't really complain. Time to move on to my Kobo. As you can see, my Kobo is pink. Okay, so these next books, I'm not gonna describe what they're about. I'm just gonna tell you what I have and show you guys a quick overview of what some of the color pages look like on the Kobo. So the first one is Watakoi. This one is really popular, and every time I go in the bookstore, I just see stacks of it. I have the entire series on here, so I'm only on book 2, so I have plenty to read. The next one is Taemin's B-side. Again, I was drawn in by the first book, which was pink, and so I was like, oh, it's pink, I have to read it. So I now have the entire series of Taemin's B-side on here ready for me to read. I'm only on book 1. Again, A Sign of Affection, as I mentioned, is on my Kindle. I also have it on my Kobo. The next series, I have the full series again. This is called I Have a Crush at Work, and I wanted something that was considered like more mature but with a little bit of spice, and I've been told that it is a little spicy, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited to read that. So this manga was highly recommended online again. I basically went online and looked up the top 10, top 20 romance mangas. It's called The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. So I have book 1 and book 2 on here. I have no clue what it's about. I just saw it was highly recommended, so I'm looking forward to reading them. The next full series that I have on my Kobo is called Blue Box, which is also in the top list of romance mangas. So I believe this one is also kind of set in high school, I believe, or end of high school, maybe college. I'm not sure. I could be completely wrong, but that's also on my list of mangas I'm going to read. Then I have the entire series of Sweat and Soap. The first 3 books of Sweat and Soap I actually have in physical form, but I decided to get the digital copy as well and complete the collection on here. So I have every single book in the collection, and I really love this author, and they released another book and it's called Home Office Romance, and I also got that as well, so I have that on my Kobo. I have book 1 of My Dress Up Darling. I do have the physical book of this as well. I purchased this last year and in Barnes & Noble with the intention of reading it, and I think I got about halfway through and I never finished it. And since I've been adding manga to my Kobo, I was like, let me just add the digital copy because I feel like I'll probably get through it better on the Kobo because I'm just so used to it now. The next book is also in the top romance mangas, and it's called Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. It's about an older guy who is an office worker, I think. So I'm excited to read that one as well. It's been highly recommended online. I picked up the first 3 books of that. Okay, so now let's talk about spicy webtoons, aka manhwas, that I've got on my Kobo. And I'm not talking about like the cutesy high school, I'm talking about have little smut in it. The first one I added was called A Night Soaked with You. The artwork on this drew me in. I feel like they did a fantastic job with the artwork, and that's what made me be like, okay, I want to read this. The next one is called Purely Yours. This one is, I believe, ongoing. The next one is called Daytime Star. This one is finished, and I got the entire series on here, so I can just kind of easily scroll through and binge it. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that, but I'm going to dedicate a day to just sit and binge that manhwa. The next one is called Endless Summer. The artwork on this is fantastic. This one I believe is ongoing, so I'm up to date with all of the chapters of this. I have been loving reading manhwas on here, and I'm looking forward to the next ones to come out so I can keep reading the storyline. It's so fun. Endless Summer to me is giving Marry My Husband. It's giving like K-drama-esque. The next finished series I have on here is called Marriage of Convenience. This was also highly recommended online, so I had to add it to my Kobo. I haven't started it yet, so I cannot vouch for it, but it has been highly recommended, so we'll see. The next one, which I believe is finished as well, is called Positively Yours. This one has been highly recommended. It's supposed to be a very smutty but also sweet and cute romance. I'm not sure. I have no idea if it actually is, so I will find out soon and when I read it. The next one I have, which is supposed to be very smutty, is called Please Divorce Me. Yeah, it's like considered like one of the top manhwas out there, webtoons out there. And it's also more of an adult manhwa, so that's also exciting. Okay, so the next mangas that I've added that I haven't read yet, but I picked them off of the top romance mangas list is, this one is called One Helping of Sweet Love. It's also considered a like more on the adult side, but not quite as spicy as some of the manhwas that I have on there. Then the next one is called I Want to End This Love Game. This one is a finished series that I have the complete series on here as well. The next top manga is called Blooming Love. I have the entire series on here. This one has been talked about so much. I found on Reddit and in a bunch of other places. It's called 365 Days to the Wedding, and it's just supposed to be considered like a really top tier romance manga. So that is everything that is on my Kobo and also on my Kindle that is manhwa, manga, webtoon related. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're brand new to my channel,
and I'll see you guys in the next video coming up real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!